to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esfold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Oh, what a night it is inside the Magic City of Minot, North Dakota. What a venue it is as well. It's the Pepsi Rink here at the Mesa Arena Complex. What a game it is tonight. It's Century at 10-5-2 taking on Minot United at 12-2-0. How the West was won, how wild the West is, and how interesting this last few weeks of the season will become. We're going to find that all out here this evening. Minot United coming off of a loss to Jamestown. Century peaking maybe at the right time. Should be a good hockey game tonight inside of WDA play. Good evening and welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change, and Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you can't beat it. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. The Lundees have been taking care of their customers for over 25 years. Valvoline brings you tonight's pregame show here on the PSP Network. I'm Nick Holberg. Tonight I'll be joined by my good friend, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli, for the showdown here this evening on the PSP Network. Plenty to talk about tonight. Let's hop right into it. Standings, what does this one mean here this evening? Quite a bit, really. 39 points for United coming into the showdown this evening, trying to stay in front of Legacy, who had a nail-biter just the other night against Botno Rugby. Legacy got out of there with the extra point and the win and the extra session. Mandan, 28 points for them, sitting on an 8-3-3 mark inside of conference play. Jamestown, 9-2 in the conference. They've got a lot of games coming up here towards the end of the year. They've only played 11 conference games compared to Minot, who's played 14 of them. That's some monster points on the line. The Blue Jays, after their win over Minot just the other night, certainly liking their chances to be at the top of the ladder inside the West region. Then you've got Century at number 5 in the WDA. 26 points for Ole's team, Troy Olson. And this is a Century program that looking to hit their stride at the right time of the year each and every year. Well, it's fair to say that they're on the uptick right now. Century with that overall mark of 10-5-0-1, sitting on an 8-4-1 mark inside of the WDA. Elsewhere inside the conference, Bismarck, number 6, Williston, number 7. Keep an eye out for Botno Rugby, I'm telling you. 2-9-3. This is a hockey team that has lost some nail-biters. They've been in pretty much every game they've been in. If they get a goaltender that gets hot at tournament time, I wouldn't count Botno out just yet. Same with Dickinson at the number 9 spot. Hayes and Beulah at 0-12 inside of conference play. Here's where it gets interesting. The amount of games remaining for each club, the amount of points that are on the table, and the amount of time left of the season. Really, it is anybody's game. Nothing's certain right now. Minot looking to see if they can slowly try to put a nail into that coffin to remain at the top of the ladder inside of the WDA after losses to Legacy and Jamestown. A win here tonight's almost a must for Minot United if they want to be at the top of the ladder again and go back-to-back as regular season champions. Out east, Red River, Central. Hey, big surprise. They're the real deal again this year. 30 points for the Riders, 29 for Grand Forks Central. Cheyenne has been in the hunt all year long. They're at number 3. Davies at number 4. Devils Lake at number 5. Falls off a bit from there. Fargo North, Shanley, GPR, West Fargo, and Mayport area rounding out the 10 inside of the EDC. Big thanks to Ryan Family Dealerships bringing you the standings inside of North Dakota High School Hockey. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory today at DriveRyan.com. Busy night tonight on the PSP Network. It's been a busy week on the PSP Network. Elsewhere, St. Mary's and Legacy in boys and girls WDA basketball. St. Mary's is at Minot tonight in boys wrestling. Owen Patterson's got the call of that one. Wilton Wing and Washburn. They have boys and girls high school hoops. And Surrey and R.A. Demers in boys basketball here tonight as well. Tomorrow, Dickinson and Minot North collide in WDA basketball. Minot High and Bismarck High in boys and girls WDA action tomorrow night as well. And doesn't happen very often, but Saturday, the PSP crew's got a day off on Saturday. What will we do with all that time? I'm not exactly sure. Probably a little bit of this, getting geared up and ready. This is the one I wanted to show you right here, rather. getting geared up and ready for the postseason. PSP Plus, your home for WDA basketball and WDA hockey, along with all of that region coverage for Class B boys, Class A boys, Class B girls, Class A girls, all the district tournament coverage as well. It's all coming up on PSP Plus. Passes for that going on sale right around the corner. Plenty to talk about. Getting back to this one here tonight, we'll do that more. We'll hop into the top producers in the state of North Dakota, the top goaltenders as well, and the specifics of this matchup as Century and Minot collide tonight for the 126th time ever here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. More of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we come back.
At the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Need help fast. At ServPro, we're on the road within the hour, ready to restore what matters most. Our certified technicians arrive prepared, backed with decades of experience and advanced tools to handle any challenge. Inside, our team gets to work, quickly assessing the damage and getting straight to work. So you can breathe easy, knowing trained professionals are here when it matters most. Call ServPro in Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
Craving something real? Fuel your day with goodness that tastes as amazing as it feels. At Blissful Bee Juicery, we serve fresh, cold-pressed juice and smoothies, nature's best in every sip. Nourish yourself with our vibrant acai bowls with fresh fruit and granola, power bowls, protein balls, hummus, parfaits, and carrot cake. Blissful Bee Juicery. Pure, simple, blissful. Now in 2 locations on North and South Broadway.
It's a rematch of last year's WDA championship matchup. Century and Minot United collide for the second time this year. When they played earlier this season, it was quite a contest down in Bismarck. Expect more of the same. 6-5 Minot had the win down in Bismarck earlier this season. Now here we are at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena in late January with the WDA tournament right around the corner. Welcome back into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations of Minot and Bismarck is a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline. Nick Colbert, Matt Borelli on the call here tonight. Matt, before we bring you in, let's hop in real quick and look at the top 10 in scoring in the state of North Dakota coming in to the matchup tonight. Focus on number 9 and number 10 in the state. Oliver Thompson from Minot United's got 32 points. He goes head-to-head tonight with Heath Frickman, who's got 30 points from Bismarck Century. Those two players will look to be big here in this contest. Bennett Benson, 47 on the year. Not a bad campaign and 15 games played for the young man from West Fargo, Cheyenne. Harrison Johnson from the West Region and Legacy with 45. Then a pair of kids from Grand Forks, 3 in a row actually. 2 from Red River, 1 from Central. Mardo, Ulmer, Hogginson, all inside of the top 5. McKay and Garley also from Legacy on this list. Top goaltenders in the state of North Dakota. Luke Richardson still at the top of the ladder with a 1.42 goals against average and a 93% save percentage. Here's the bad news for everybody else in the state of North Dakota. Central and Red River are good up front again. They're dynamite, and they've got goaltending number 2 and number 3 in the state, according to the numbers. Strauss and Nielsen both under 2 goals against average per game, right around 90%. Cooper Anderson from over here on the west side of the state from Mandad with a 1.88 goals against average and a 93% save percentage. And Leif Hansen, stellar again the other night. 2.08 for goals against and a 91% save percentage. Those numbers brought to you and delivered tonight by the Goalie Glove Guy. Goaltenders, if you haven't already done so, visit the Goalie Glove Guy. You'll be glad you did. He takes your gloves from bricks to butter. It's the Goalie Glove Guy, bringing you a look at the top goaltenders in the state. I'll bring in my good friend and my broadcast partner, former Minot High standout, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. Well, this West region really is up for grabs right now. Kind of threw a wrinkle into Minot United's plans with a loss at Jamestown the other night. But really, Matt, when you talk about what's ahead for the teams and how big of a matchup tonight really is, a team like Century certainly has a point to prove here this evening, but Minot, Legacy, Mandad, and Jamestown, the race is really on here to the postseason, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's one of those things where we talk about how important these games are, and whether you lose one early in the season or 2, you don't want to lose any, but you see how important the points can come down. Okay, Minot has a little bit of a not their best effort probably. Last Tuesday with this Tuesday with in Jamestown, tough place to play. The road games are always tough in the West region, especially you go to Jamestown. Like when you got Century, you take any of the Bismarck teams, especially Century. Okay, we know they're well coached. They always kind of strike you as like they're sneaky good. Even if they get off to a slow start, which they probably did, sometimes they do, and the teams do. But with Troy Olsen's teams, they're going to be there in the mix at the end of the year. And that's what you want as a coach. You want to see just gradual improvement, getting better as you roll into that mid-January, late January, early February, so that when you get into these games, you're not hitting a panic button saying, geez, we need these points, like we got to have these points. They're right there. You're going to have some tough games. A Century Minot matchup is always going to be a pretty solid game. They always seem to come down to the wire. You look at the West Region game last year. You look at this year, the 6-5 down there. You can't, if you don't have your best effort and best execution, you're probably going to take it on the chin. It's probably going to end up in a loss.
One of my favorite coaches of all time, Troy Olsen, in year number 21. I had a nice talk with Ole before the game tonight. I've made the joke in the past, over 15 years of calling Minot hockey, either on the radio or for PSP Network. I've made the joke in the past that sometimes Ole almost seems to maybe play with the other teams inside of the West region in a mind game, maybe, where a year like this where they came out of the gate so slow and they were at the bottom of the barrel inside the conference. It was almost like, hey, we're just going to play with you guys until we get to tournament time and just shock everybody a little bit and end up being the number 1 seed coming out of the West region when it's all said and done. It's really not what he's doing, probably. However, he's such a good coach, and he's got a program there where it just seems like the cream rises to the top every single year. What is it about Century's program that Ole's able to get those guys to do it? Is it Ole himself that is the reason for that, do you think?
Well, I think that's a big part of it. You can tell he's older, he's experienced, he doesn't panic. He's got such a calm demeanor. You rarely ever see any crazy, losing his temperament on the bench. He just keeps it together, calm, cool. I think the players, they reflect on how the coach behaves, but he's been around. He knows every year is just a different, no different than any team. the coach, you can't compare one year to the next year. There's different players. You have different personalities of the group. But it just seems like when Century and Minot hook up, you know it's going to be some physical play. There's not a lot of love lost. You can say what you want. You know, they're not really, high school teams. These kids get wound up. They get jacked up. They get excited. There's a lot of emotions that run with these guys, and you take when it's towards the end and the points are so crucial. There's not a lot of room for error. You can't really have a letdown game. A sleeper. Say you kind of have a clunker and you just don't have your best stuff. You need to. I mean, every high school team has the same grind. They're playing at least 2 games a week, sometimes 3. You've got to take care of yourself. You got to get your rest, eat right, be prepared. Your mental preparation. You always talk about the skill. It's so much of it is mental. We know that. You're here for a reason. These players all are good players, but it seems like what separates some average guys to the higher, above average, or even a more elite high school player is that they come to play every night. They're there. It's that consistency we talk about. Coaches see the same things that are going wrong over and over. That's consistency in the wrong way. So you want to correct that, because most of these coaches, like I said, they're teachers. They're teachers of the game. They've got to see where things need to be addressed the most, and they've got to say, fellas, come on, you're better than this. All these games are going to be good games. We always say when you get down to this time of the year, it's some of the best best rivalries, and that's what is the most exciting to watch.
Looking forward to what should be a good one here tonight. No doubt about it. Let's hop further into the matchup. Delivered and presented tonight by the UPS store, located on South Broadway in the Magic City. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Starting with the Century Patriots, 8-4-1 inside the conference, 10-5-2 overall. The Patriots, they're good in certain areas. There's no question about that. Specialty teams look like this: 22.6% on the power play, 83% on the penalty kill. They've outscored their opponents 52-38 on the year. They've outshot their opponents as well, 429-343. They can be a buzzsaw, led by Heath Frickman, 30 points for him on the campaign. Keaton Schulte's got 20, 18 for Alex Schlafman. They've got guys that can go. That top unit can certainly bury the puck. Look for them to be strong here tonight. In goal, they go with Noah Hammer, 8.89, same percentage, and a 2.51 goals against. For Minot United, 12-2 overall on their campaign, or 12-2 in the conference, actually. What do we have Minot here? Let me pull this one back up for you in just a moment. I'll get it right for you. 12-2 inside of the conference for Minot. 15-4 overall. There we go. Now we've got it right. 15-4 overall on the year. It's a United team that floats at 30% on the power play, 90% on the penalty kill. Their specialty teams is lights out. They've outscored their opponents 76-34 on the year. They've outshot their opponents 634-395. Led by Oliver Thompson, 32 points for him, 27 for Easton Bradley, 23 for Nick Christopher. Cole Richardson on the back end's got 15 points on the season. It's a Minot United team that can be deadly, and they've got goaltending, the best numbers in the state for Luke Richardson, sitting on a .927 save percentage and a .142 goals against average. Is there one thing here tonight in those numbers that stand off the paper to you other than specialty teams? That seems like it might be the name of the game here tonight.
Well, I think you've got those. Century's got a couple big lines. Minot will equal that. I think you've got to like match up. It's like we talk about guys down the lineup. Can they chip in with some contributions, making good plays? Not being a minus. You want to make things happen, but you also got to be solid in your own zone, because those top two lines is going to be a tough matchup. But then again, it's like we say, your goaltenders both these guys got to make stops. And I think you take, as the game wears on, can you come up with some big saves? Like you said, stay out of the box. You're on the penalty kill. That makes the job tougher for a goaltender. So be smart. You don't want to mind it. I think you want to be physical. Century, they're always physical, but they're disciplined. They don't take a lot of unnecessary penalties. It's always the way Century is. Troy Olsen puts together a disciplined team. They don't run around without composure. They're in control, and that's what makes it tough to bring down Century, just because they're well coached and it just trickles on down.
Should be a fun tilt tonight. It always is when the Pats and Minot come together tonight for the 126th time all time. When we come back, official introductions on Prairie Grit night here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena.
Your day with goodness that tastes as amazing as it feels. At Blissful Bee Juicery, we serve fresh, cold-pressed juice and smoothies. Nature's best in every sip. Nourish yourself with our vibrant acai bowls with fresh fruit and granola, power bowls, protein balls, hummus, parfaits, and carrot cake. Blissful Bee Juicery. Pure, simple, blissful. Now in 2 locations on North and South Broadway.
Let's go down to Duffy Doback with the official introductions for tonight's hockey game. Prairie Grit night here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Fantastic stuff here at the Pepsi rink this evening as the official introductions carry on at the Pepsi rink. When we come back, we'll have our national anthem, the salute to the country with the Star Spangled Banner. And Andrew Goodmanson brings us the opening draw tonight. Century of Minot United from the Pepsi rink here on the PSP network.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Our nation's national anthem ahead of tonight's WDA hockey matchup where the Century Patriots and the Minot United Club come together for the 126th matchup all time. Minot's got the all-time series lead, 75 wins, 45 losses, 5 ties in the existence of this rivalry, which is a good one. Hey, by the way, Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight, as he always does.
Goody.
Yeah, good to hear from Goody. Sometimes he's a little more knowledgeable than others. Sometimes he's a little bit of a history buff as well.
For a basketball guy and football guy, he's pretty good. He's all right.
Yeah, well, let's go down this path. As Andrew Goodmanson would say, did you know that the Liberty Memorial Bridge in Bismarck, which was completed in 1922, was once the only Missouri River crossing for 500 miles? Goody, thank you so much for that. We weren't aware, now we are. The history buff that also can take care of your real estate needs for commercial and...
Yes, he did pay attention in history class.
Yeah, he certainly did. Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty brings you the opening draw tonight. And a ceremonial puck drop up at center. The Thompsons to drop the, or take the opening draw here tonight with Century and Minot United. Gonna love to see this, don't you? Prairie Grit night's a fantastic night here at the rink. And not just this night, the whole Prairie Grit program, adaptive sports here in North Dakota. That's become something real special, hasn't it, Prairie Grit Athletics?
They do a great, fantastic job with those kids, all of them. That program should be proud. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort into that, and it's great for Minot.
1,000%. Prairie Grit will have some relay races happening at our intermission here tonight. We'll have that for you on the PSP Network. Beastie Boys are loud and proud inside of the Pepsi rink tonight. That means it's just about time for the opening draw. Century in red. Minot is in white. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here this evening. This is a big one. Minot United trying to see if they can get back on track after losing to Jamestown just the other night. Century trying to see if they can keep the train rolling down the tracks, trying to climb the ladder inside the conference. Last time these two teams played in this arena was for a WDA championship 1 year ago, and it was Minot that ended up with the victory over the Century Patriots to win their first region crown since 2006. We are officially underway from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena as Minot wins the opening draw and dumps it down into the offensive corner. Puck's going to be sent up the wall by Keaton Schulte. Back on the retrieve is Richardson back in his own end. And Richardson will spin it up off the wall, tosses it off the glass, and on the rush now. Back in offensive territory, giving chase there was Bradley, but it's taken by the Pats, and they bring it right back in. Dumped down behind the net of Richardson. Richardson's going to hang on to it. And we'll have our first stop in the play tonight, brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Richardson's had quite a year. He's only given up 14 goals on his campaign. However, 3 of them came the other night at Jamestown. How does Minot respond tonight? That's a big question after losing on the road. You talked about it, Matt. Not easy to play in Jamestown ever, especially on a Tuesday night.
No, that's a tough trip. I think you got to get off to a good start here tonight. Set the tone. You know, they know they didn't play well. And said, get out here, get off to a fast start, get some shots on net, crash the net, start bodying guys. Show Century that you're not too happy with what happened just a couple days ago.
Up to center here, it's taken by Brady Groves. He'll dump it in. Body not an issue there as Heath Frickman had a big hit on the near side wall. Puck scrum 4 back underneath the Century goal. Back away with it. Frickman had it for a moment, then it shuffled back off ahead by United. Soccered back away, and now here come the Pats. They work it up to center ice there as it goes off of Coaster. Now Minot United has it again. Holland back in, out in front of the net, firing on the shot and the goal. Nolan Knowles, 6th of the year.
Oh, that was a nice play. Good paces by Holland just to kind of wait for a forward. I think it was a bad Century had a bad change, and that's just one you don't want to give up. You don't want to. That's not the way you want to start.
One more look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Nolan Knowles with a bit of a twisted wrister puts it into the net. United leads 1-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Knowles' 6th of the year. Not even 2 minutes into this WDA showdown here this evening. 6-5 was the score when these two teams played earlier in the year, back on the 19th of December. Minot had the win in Bismarck. I don't know if I would expect it to be that big of a shootout here tonight. How about that hit on the far wall into the bench of Minot with Schlafman after he was railed over on the far side wing. That was a big boy hit. That one would have made Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em video. Schlafman ended up all the way into the Minot bench. Here's Duffy Novak on the goal call. Holland had the assist on Knowles' 6th of the year. And Minot United leads by a score of 1-0. It's the last place you want to end up is in the opponent's bench, isn't it?
No, not that, not exactly. You can think of anybody where you would rather be besides there.
Ever happened to you in your college career that you can remember?
Not in the other bench. No, it took a lot of, you know, I was on the short end of a lot of hits, but never in the other person's bench.
Thank goodness. Puck's wrapped around on the near side wall. Underneath the half boards now, comes back underneath the net where it's going to be picked up here by Keller. Went off to Christopher. Christopher's hit hard there. Comes away down to Thompson. Thompson tried to move it free to Bradley, but it's taken away here by the Pats as Oliver Sparks moved it free. Now Sparks got it off ahead, out to neutral. Came Keaton Schulte with it. Comes right back into Minot United territory on the offensive side of the ice as Christopher down to the corner. Oh, that's an awkward collision. Everybody's up and okay there, and here come the Patriots on a 3-on-2. Dumped out of the corner, dump a chase game from Trenton Connors on. Big hit from Hagenau. Puck's turned over, right back in come the Pats. The drive was there from Coaster, he just missed on that play. Frickman back up top. Now Easton Egerton after it. Taken here by United. They go back up to neutral with it here. Off to Hagenau. Lead pass is in. Hagenau fires. Big stop there from Hammer with the blocker. Off the half wall on the near side wing. It's going to be taken up to center by Frickman. He'll dump it into Minot United territory and down underneath the Minot High goal line. It comes where Gross has it. Now it's going to be flipped off ahead by Richardson. Back up center, up to center from Danielson, and back down into the offensive zone where Backus moved it free here to the near side off to Frickman. Holland again, back over to Voller. Schmeichel got a stick on it, down to the corner it went. 12:40 to play here in the opening period. Minot United leading 1-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. I don't know what's going on here in the press box, Matt, but I really like it. Again, tonight we had another treat delivered up here. The Hagenau family, Grandma Hagenau brought some of the best cookies I've ever had in my entire life. Did you try those yet?
I'm gonna.
Well, you better try them before.
It's a matter of time.
Before I get my hands on another one of those. Good golly, those are delicious here. We appreciate that so much. Puck comes back up into the neutral ice territory. Oh, big hit right in front of us here. Slindwin for a ride as getting into him was Ty Backus again. Now Thompson up at center. Scrum in front of the Century bench. Thompson's got it. On an island here, Thompson frees it back to the D-man Keller. Then over to Bradley on the far side. Dumped in from center ice, giving chase now Christopher. Christopher's going to wrangle it underneath the net, sent it out front. Hammer got a stick on it. The netminder for the Patriots batted it away. Comes back underneath the goal line. Minot's still going to work on it here as Christopher's going to win the battle for the race for the puck. Taken down by the Pats, and they move it off ahead. Back at center. Keller dumps it right back in. Delayed offsides coming here on Minot United. The stop in the play with 11:14 to play in the opening period. 1-0 hockey game. United leading Century on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you by Farstead Oil for all your mobile lubricant and DEF needs. Wholesale fuel products as well. It's Farstead Oil bringing you tonight's contest on the PSP Network. Good tempo early. Minot's had the lion's share of the puck possession early on in this hockey game. That can change in a quick hurry, as we all know, as the puck's going to be taken by the Patriots. Up to center, taken there by Lemon, the assistant captain for Minot. He sails it right back in. Underneath the Century net now, the puck's going to be taken back to the line. Lemon again, fired. Frickman takes it away, and here comes Heath Frickman in offensive territory. Stops on a dime, fires, pad save. Hung on to there as Richardson's first test of the game was a shot from Heath Frickman, and the stop is made by the Minot United goaltender. Frickman's had himself a campaign, Matt. 16 goals, 14 assists, 30 points for him. One of the studs coming back for the Patriots after his players moving on from last year, the team that they had last year. Eckert on that team on the back end, one of the better defensemen in the entire state of North Dakota, filling. They had some others. I mean, this Century team, we're seeing it more and more with the amount of kids that move on to junior hockey or other levels of hockey outside of North Dakota high school. Of course, graduation factor as well. You'd like to see these guys play forever, but of course you only get 4 years at the high school ranks.
Just some leave early. That's the way. Every team's going to have that issue.
Underneath the Minot goal. Set up here by the Patriots. Back up top. Now it's going to be taken by Hagenau up to center. Moved it across to the far side. Dumped down underneath the Century net by Jackson Dahl. Good crowd on hand here tonight for Prairie Grit night for Minot United hockey. This puck comes all the way down on Richardson. He's going to send it back up to center. Then it's hammered right back in from center ice by Trenton Connor. On the retrieve is Voller. Puck moved off to Nolan Knowles. He's got the game's lone goal, his 6th of the year. Holland had the assist, not even 2 minutes in if you're just joining us. Now Schmeichel. Out to neutral. Puck was taken away by Alex Schlafman, and Schlafman moved it off here to the near side. Ty Bacchus has it here and sends it back underneath the net. Bacchus rather. Holland scrumming for it. Alex Schlafman there as well, still scrumming for it. 2 for 2. Puck tied up underneath the Minot goal line. Sent out front, nobody home. Up to neutral we go now as it's going to be sent over to Slind on the near side. Slind fired it towards the net. He sailed it wide of the glove hand. Comes back away at the half boards. Still scrumming. Century with possession here. Livesay tried to clear it out. He couldn't. Lemon held it in. Shot came in on goal. Hammer made the save. Bradley scrumming for it there as the puck's going to be sent back to the near side wing where it comes back to Thompson. Thompson gets it back. Moves it back up to Richardson. Richardson now moves it off to Thompson. Underneath the goal line, Thompson sent out front to Bradley. Oh, he sent it just wide. Hammer's on top of it. Hammer's going to hang on here with 8:12 to play in the opening period. Minot United leading by a score of 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
For Century, that's probably a good whistle to take. They were kind of struggling to get it out of their zone. And sometimes when you're pinned in your zone, you think you're out. They just keep it in, and you need a whistle to get some different guys out there.
Face off on Hammer's blocker side. Here with 8:12 to play in the opening period. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube platform. Follow us on all social media platforms as well. PSP Network, our mission is to promote local athletes. Getting closer to the tournament time on PSP Network. Offsides on Minot United. Check out this monster lineup of games coming up in the postseason, Matt. We don't have our digital radio coverage on this list. It's over 180 games in the last 5 weeks of the year for All of us at PSP will have WDA hockey tournament coverage, WDA basketball, and a bunch of Class A and B boys and girls hoops on the air as well. PSP Plus, the subscription platform, coming your way in just a few short weeks. Bradley on the near wall in his defensive zone, sends it up to center ice. Now Thompson is going to break free with it. Here's Thompson in towards the net. Nice job defensively as Trenton Connor gotten his path in the way of the direction of the puck going there, and it comes back up now to Lemon. Sends it back down underneath the goal line. Comes to Thompson, wheeling out front. Oh, Thompson just couldn't get a handle on the puck, and now it's going to be taken by the Pats up to center. Oliver Sparks with it, sends it across. Wheeling down in deep towards the Minot goal. That's Keaton Schulte on the move. Comes back away now to Thompson here behind his own net. Thompson with a backhand, freed it over to Nick Christopher, but it's held at the line and worked back in by Backus. Sent free on the near side. Keller has it here. Keller frees it out. It's going to come all the way down. Will it be enough for an icing? It will. That icing brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for almost 30 years at Planet Pizza. Try the Blue Buffalo today. I'm telling you, that stuff is delicious at Planet Pizza. They also have the largest laser tag playground in the region. Lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 till 2 at Planet Pizza. Could go for one of those tonight too, couldn't you?
I could go for that every night.
Off the draw. Danielson far side. Comes back away now to Voller. Flipped up off the glass. Brady Gross on the rush. Gets there first. Sends it to Hagenow out front. He shoots and scores. Minot United up 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Tate Hagenow puts it into the back of the net with the help of Brady Gross. What a play that was. Let's watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Oh, when you crash the net, good things happen. Sometimes you don't think you're in the play, but you got to hustle and follow it up. That's just hard work by Gross, just outworking that Century defenseman. This is just a race for the loose puck.
Hagenow from Gross. See if there's another assist coming on that play, but for Tate Hagenow, that's number 7 on the year. You talked about it. That's just a hard-working play without a doubt. Here's Duffy Doback. Well, they give it to Voller on the secondary assist, the D-man for Minot United. No matter how you shake it out, it's 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Danielson might have been in on the touch on that one, possibly as well. 6 minutes to play here in the opening period. Puck comes down behind Richardson. This will be an icing on the play. And the faceoff will come back down in the Century end.
Well, it's a good start for Minot. You're taking advantage of chances, but there's still a lot of time. You never sell Century short. They got plenty of time. I don't think you want to get down 3, but you need Century's got to have the next one. Make this, at least show. You got to get said worst lead in hockey, 2 goals, but Century's got to. They just got to clean up their game a little bit with the puck. They're getting deep to a couple loose pucks. Minot's just out hustling and going to the net, and I can't really blame Hammer on that one. That's just a tap in. I mean, both you and I could have probably popped that one.
Pats moving around here on the near side. I wouldn't have been able to get there as quick as Hagenow. Okay. I know that for sure.
Okay, maybe neither of us.
I agree with you. However, out to dry a bit on that play. Back the other direction. Here's an opportunity towards the net. Keaton Schulte almost had his 9th of the year off the glove of Richardson. Sent forward by the Pats now. Schulte, another drive on goal. Big Pat save. Frickman down in deep. Now Nolan Knowles will take it away. Throws it up off the glass. Out to center it comes. Century's gotten real estate back in their own territory. Down to 5:15 to play here in this opening period. Look at this, Matt. Unbelievable. What's going on around here, Matt? I got to ask you. It's unreal. Look at this. Just delivered into the booth. A hot za from Planet Pizza. Thank you, Astronaut Al. That looks delicious. Are we going to eat all that right now, you think, Matt?
Well, I don't know about right now, but sometime.
Big thanks to Planet Pizza, the Mueller family.
Helps to know the right guys.
Yeah, without a doubt. Great sponsors of the PSP Network. Timely fashion that was after the Planet Pizza read. That's going to be delicious. I guarantee you that. We'll give that a rating just like we gave the Shots Crossroads pie the other night.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
I got to stick to basketball. I stay much slimmer at the basketball court than I do here at the hockey rink. First power play of the game coming for the Century Patriots. Thompson's into the box. On a 2-minute call coming here. And Century's got the first power play of the game. Pat's power play again, cruising right now at 22.6% of the time scoring. That shakes out to 13 power play goals on 53 attempts. Minot's penalty kill sitting at 90%. Serpro power plays on the ice. Big shot on goal, and the stop from Richardson. He'll hang on to it. Thompson charged with the tripping call. And Century's power play out on the ice surface. Serpro 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians and advanced technology at Serpro. Pats have it up top of the offensive zone. They work it around on the near side wing. Back up to the point, near side. Comes from Backus. He gets it back, sends it in, knocked down out in front of the net. Astol was the one that had a stick on it for a moment. Now Agert goes to work underneath the goal line. Sent away to the far wing, taken, hammered out of the zone by Minot United. And back on the near side wing, it's the Pats that go to work with it. Nick Christopher trying to clear. He's got some real estate now. Took a funny carob off the runner in the glass. Now it's fired out to neutral and all the way back into the Century end it comes. Here with under 4 to play in the opening period. Minot up 2-0. Century's power play out for another minute. Heath Frickman up to center ice, wheeling and dealing. He's in over the blue line. Look at Frickman come down, fires. Oh, he might have hit the pipe on the play.
Well, that would have been end-to-end there. They've got to get in Frickman's way. He just can't let him go up end-to-end like that. He's so tall and got a lot of skill. He just makes it look easy.
Certainly does. Looking for his 31st point of the year. He almost had it. Into the offensive zone come the Pats now. Down into the near corner. Jack Backus here. Frickman comes away with it. Final 30 seconds to play on the Serpro power play. Underneath the goal line. Nice defensive play coming there from Lemon. Got the stick in the way of that pass. Comes back up at the line. Handled here by Trenton Connor. Now it's going to be tipped towards the net. Frickman. Stop was made there from the netminder for Minot United Richardson. 10 seconds on the Serpro power play. Lemon got the pad in the way of that one. Then it's sent up off the glass. Still held in. Comes back away now to Richardson. Here's Frickman out front. Fires. Nick Christopher hit him. Comes back away at the line. And it comes back now underneath the goal line. Richardson made the stop. Now Cole Richardson has it. He'll send it out of the zone and all the way back towards the Century end. Here with 2:35 to play in the opening period. Again, Minot United leading 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. They weathered the storm of the Century power play there. Puck's at center. Astol tries to carry in. Met there by Voller. That's two big boys scrumming forward here in the near corner. Down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the opening period. Holland freed it, comes away far side to Dahl, and Dahl will just send this one all the way down to the other end of the ice surface. That will be an icing on Minot United, brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. The UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. They also have a giant print shop at the UPS store. Proud to bring you North Dakota High School Athletics on the PSP Network. Also want to thank Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. Puck's underneath the net now where it comes back away here. Minot United's Holland works it back over to Voller. Voller just chips this one out with the 9-iron to center. Still a scrum for it, down to 80 seconds to play. I'm sorry, down to 90 seconds to play here in the period now as the puck comes back away here to Holland, and Holland's got it back behind his own net. Fired up to Bradley. Into the zone comes Bradley with it. He'll turn and fire, sent it just wide of the cage. Back up at the point, Voller sent it wide. Comes back to Thompson. Tried to shuffle it back down to Christopher. Back over to Voller in his own territory. Now he sends it off ahead, off the glass into Sentry's end it comes. Miller was back to retrieve, and now it's going to be sent here to Frickman, who carries it. Frickman drops it back out in front. Oh, the fancy move came there off the tape from Oliver Sparks. Minot's got the puck back now. Chipped up off the glass. Rolls all the way back down into Sentry's end. Icing on the play. And that icing brings us back into Minot territory here with 40 seconds left in the opening period. Minot United with a 2-goal lead. Oh, good look at Luke Richardson. Goaltender with the top numbers in the state of North Dakota coming into the showdown here this evening. How about those Prairie Grit uniforms here tonight? Those are awesome, aren't they?
They're sharp, yeah, they're good.
Puck center on the far wall. Back underneath the Minot goal now it comes. Taken here by United. Danielson's into the zone with it. Hits the brakes there. Danielson tried to free it off. Kids caught him down. We're at 10 seconds to play in the opening period. Pats moving up to neutral, taken there by Lemon. Lemon dumps it right back in. And that's how the opening period of play will come to a close. Here tonight, Minot United leads by a score of 2-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Special presentation with Prairie Grit coming up next. Full recap of the opening period. Minot United 2, Century 0 at the end of one period of play.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
One period in the books tonight here from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Minot United leads Century by a score 2-0. Welcome to our Jerome's Collision Center intermission report. Jerome's Collision, located on top of Minot's North Hill. It's Jerome's, helping you and your vehicle get back on the road in a quick manner. It's Jerome's Collision Center. We'll have our full stat recap coming up in just a moment. First, Prairie Grit Adaptive Sports on the ice surface here this evening. A little showcase of Prairie Grit athletes and what they're all about here. Fantastic program that is Prairie Grit. I believe we're going to have a relay race coming up here in just a moment. We're going to take it down to Duffy Dolbeck. PA announcer here at Pepsi Rank at Mesa Arena for the introductions.
Mr. Garrett Nicotanko, Mr. Jackson Runstrom, Mr. Joey Milky, and Mr. Matt Howden are going to try and teach these guys how this is done in a relay race. Participating for Prairie Grit are Mr. Lincoln Rasmussen, Katie McIver, Palmer Thompson, Grayson Marsh, Carter Kirsten, Paxton Schwinn, Mason Keller, and Levine Miney. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go!
Well, here's the relay race from Prairie Grit. We're going to have Corey McIver joining us here in just a moment. Not an easy thing to do here by any means, I don't think. Got to have some arm muscles to make this happen. No doubt about it. Corey McIver's going to join us here in the booth. Just a moment here as we watch the Prairie Grit Adaptive Sports. Well, let's bring in Corey McIver, not only the South Prairie head girls basketball coach, but a voice on the PSP network and great ally of ours. We've also have a pretty close connection with Prairie Grit. Yep. You want to tell us about this Prairie Grit program, my friend, and what it's meant to your family? I know it's been fantastic, hasn't it?
Well, the Prairie Grit is the adaptive sports program here in Minot. They have numerous activities. You see sled hockey out here right now. And then as far as like that personal connection, our daughter Katie, who's actually heading out there on the ice right now, doing some weaving there in the cones, is an active participant in Prairie Grit activities. And so she's out here sled hockey right now and has been playing sled hockey for about 5 years now. She's the only girl on the team, and she's getting more and more aggressive as she gets older, and just having a blast. And we've talked about it in the past too, how just these opportunities that these kids have that are that are geared for the adaptive sports, whether it be a physical or mental disability that these kids have, just the opportunity for them to come out and participate in activities that able-bodied kids can do as well. And so, we've formed a special bond with Prairie Grit and all the people associated with it, the families that we've gotten to know over the years. It's just like a tight-knit community, and we just look out for one another, and it's just a fun atmosphere, and everybody just has a blast with it.
Yeah, you can't say enough good about what the Thompsons have created here with Prairie Grit.
Absolutely.
And giving everybody the opportunity to have their thing, whether it's hockey, whether it's wakeboarding or water activities, those sorts of things. You want to touch on that just for a moment? I find it so interesting how far it has gone with Prairie Grit and being able to participate in whatever the passion of whatever sport it may be.
Yeah, like I said, they have numerous activities. Just the activity. Just a name a few that Katie is obviously sled hockey, the water sport day that they have up at Lake Minnegoshi during the summer. Wheelchair basketball is another big one that's kind of up and coming. We've had some opportunities where we've had Hunter Pinky has been able to come in with and run a wheelchair basketball camp with the kids, and that's something that we're gonna start up here in April and have an opportunity for the kids to do that. Gymnastics, they were just in. Katie was just in Fargo over the weekend at a special Prairie Grit sponsored gymnastics meet for kids and had a blast with that too. She's taking part in that, dance, cheer, golf. One of the main reasons why she went out and golf for Minot North this year as a 7th grader is because of the Prairie Grit adaptive golf that she did during the summer. So that it's just the confidence level that you see in these kids. The more and more they get involved in stuff like that, the confidence level increases. They're more outgoing. They look out for each other, and they just have a lot of fun with it. When we go to sled hockey tournaments, it's just like everybody else when they go to a sled hockey tournament. They look forward to the pools at the hotel, and then they look forward to playing. They're going to be heading down to Brookings, South Dakota next weekend for a sled hockey tournament. So they have a fun time. It's a great opportunity for my wife Kara to go out and hang out with the moms too, and it's just a fun atmosphere. I can't just I could go on and on about Prairie Grit, but it's just something that's really special and near and dear to our family, and just I encourage people that if they have a child with a disability and they're interested in this to reach out on the website and contact the people, because we're more than willing and welcome to have these kids come out and just try it. I know the first time we got Katie on the ice. We are not hockey. We're not hockey people, and for her to get on the ice for the first time, to see where she was at when she started to where she is now, it's just kind of night and day. So it's really special to see her kind of grow and mature as we go.
Fantastic stuff from top to bottom, the entire program that is Prairie Grit. And this night here tonight, anything extra special that we need to know about tonight and what's happening here at the Pepsi rink on this occasion here this evening?
No, I think it was just a night for Minot United, Minot Public Athletics to just kind of honor these kids, and we can't say enough nice things about how welcoming Minot Public has been to that. Our partnership with Minot Youth Hockey has been big. It's been a big boost for us as well. It's just something that she has friends that play stand-up hockey, and now when she comes to school and is wearing the Minot, the Prairie Grit Wolves gear, and it's just something that connects them together, and it's not just like it's not an us and them type thing. It's a group collaboration. So I tip my hat to Minot Athletics and Mitch Lundy, the athletic director there, and Minot Youth Hockey to kind of help promote this as well. And it's just a nice stepping stone to have for these kids to feel like they're a part of something.
Fantastic stuff. I can't express that enough, how fantastic Prairie Grit has been from the outside looking in, and obviously means quite a bit to families like you and youngsters like your very own as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that we hope that the opportunity, the doors will open for Katie if she wants to pursue stuff like this, and it's just something that gives her another avenue of something to pursue as she gets older as well.
Fantastic stuff. Corey, thanks for joining us here tonight.
No problem.
It's Corey McIver, not only the head coach of South Prairie basketball and a voice on the PSP Network, but a parent and a proud one at that of a Prairie Grit athlete here tonight. Thanks for stopping in, partner.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Jerome's Collision Center Intermission Report has more coming up. We'll have the full game reset right around the corner. Minot United leads by a score of 2-0 on the PSP Network.
We started with small beginnings, and just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. PNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Sometimes life gets messy and accidents happen. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
2-0 at the end of one period played here on the PSP Network. Welcome into our Jerome's Collision Center first intermission report. Jerome's Collision Center located North Broadway in the Magic City. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here. Matt, we dug into that Planet Pizza 1 to 10. What do you give that?
That was, well, boy, that was pretty good. That was good surprise from Tony. I like, you know, whatever we said about him, thought about him, we have to. I guess we have to take it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the surprise could have been any better. And look at this. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, the Blue Buffalo or the Cousin Joe right here is where it's at as well. This is just delicious stuff at Planet Pizza. Big thanks again to Tony and the crew over at Planet Pizza. Tasty first period for Minot United. They lead 2-0 at the end of one. On the shot board, they trail 7-5, but they've got up where it matters with a 2-0 lead. I felt like Minot dominated at times in that opening period of play.
I think Minot got to a good start. I mean, Century just seems like Century had a couple nice opportunities as well, but it just seems like Minot, when they had the chance, they took advantage of them. The one was nice. It was a nice 2-on-1. And you take Noel's first goal, come in there and just you shoot it. You take it, give a quick shot, quick release. And the goalies, just don't let them get set. You put it on net, and good things will happen. You're not going to score. No guy scores every time, but when you're hitting the net and putting some good, you got some good mustard on those things, boy. That's good things will happen, and it's physical. I think there was times where there was some good physical play, but I think if your Century had a couple opportunities too, they just didn't quite get the bounce get the breaks. But you got 2 full periods left to go. I don't think anybody's hitting the panic button. I think if you're Minot, you know it's a long ways from over. But Century's just got to get rolling here. I think they got to get a little more aggressive. They had a couple, maybe just a couple of nice chances down low, and they just kind of, just a little bit miscues on some of the passes that got knocked down. Minot did a nice job of blocking shots, getting in that shooting lane, taking away. Don't give them a good look. If you're gonna. When you're the goaltender, your players are blocking shots, getting in front of them. Good. That's what you like to see as a goaltender. They're taking the pressure off him. They're taking the shot for the goalie. It's kind of a block shots. We talk about it. It's a sacrifice. Not everybody likes to do it. It takes a sacrifice from a player. They don't feel good. I mean, you have it. People don't realize you have equipment on, but seems like when you block shots, it always finds a spot where you don't have your pad doesn't cover down low by your feet or in between your pants and your shin pads. Those you feel them, and I'll tell you, but that kind of makes a man out of you. That's a character builder when you're blocking shots. But I'll tell you that when we talk about doing little things right, if you're going to move on and do well to West Region and get to the state tournament and do well and knock somebody off from the East, you've got to do those little things right, and you have to do them every game. You can't just pick and choose. Hey, I feel like doing it this game, and the next game, I'll just take it off, and I'm not gonna do it as well and as much. Coaches notice that stuff. They break down games. All coaches do. They watch games over and over. They look for things. How can we be better? What do we need to do better as a team? It's little things like that, blocking shots, chipping it off the wall, yelling, telling your partner, if you're a defenseman, he's got time to take it. I mean, a lot of times guys they have their back towards the oncoming aggressive forecheck. They don't know what's behind them. You got to talk to them and say, hey, you've got time, or there's a guy right on you, chip it out, or just fire it out of the zone. Sometimes you need a whistle. You can't help it. You have to you need to get somebody different on the ice just because guys get stuck out there too long.
Second period of play coming up next, right around the corner here, Matt. Who will reserve the tank or have enough reserve in the tank when it's all said and done here in this one? Like you said, far from over, no doubt about that. Second period comes up next here on the PSP Network.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Dear valued customer, I'm Jared Lundeen, owner of Trusted Tire and Auto. Around here, winters can be long and roads can be rough. That's why you deserve a reliable partner. We carry premium tires installed by our certified team of experts, and our total car care covers it all, from brakes, transmissions, diagnostics, and more. And trust, we know it's built through real local connections, even small things like a handwritten thank you. Choose us for trusted service that goes the extra mile. Sincerely, Jared.
Dakota Community Bank of Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank of Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Need help fast. At ServPro, we're on the road within the hour, ready to restore what matters most. Our certified technicians arrive prepared, backed with decades of experience and advanced tools to handle any challenge. Inside, our team gets to work, quickly assessing the damage and getting straight to work. So you can breathe easy, knowing trained professionals are here when it matters most. Call ServPro in Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
Craving something real? Fuel your day with goodness that tastes as amazing as it feels. At Blissful Bee Juicery, we serve fresh, cold-pressed juice and smoothies. Nature's best in every sip. Nourish yourself with our vibrant acai bowls with fresh fruit and granola, power bowls, protein balls, hummus, parfaits, and carrot cake. Blissful Bee Juicery. Pure, simple, blissful. Now in 2 locations on North and South Broadway.
Made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store. It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Time for our second period of play here on the PSP Network. Century and Minot United coming back to the ice surface, just about set and ready for our second set. Matt, is there one giant key in your mind for either club here in the seconds?
Oh, I think your Minot, you got to give some more shots. Obviously, you're ahead, but you need more than 5 shots. Century, I think you got to get back to a little bit being a little more physical. I think they had chances, but they need to generate some more chances in the offensive zone.
Century's in red, Minot's in white. If you're just joining us, Minot United up by a score 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here we go for the second. Thompson up at center, got it off to Bradley here. Game reset, goals scored in the opening period. Knowles had his 6th of the year. Hagenau scored his 7th of the year. Holland assisted on the first one. Gross and Voller on the second. That's where we stand at the end of one period of play. Richardson saw 7 shots. He stopped all of them. 5 shots for Hammer. He stopped 3 of them. Both of those goals, especially the second one, I don't know. There aren't many guys inside the conference that are going to stop that goal from Tate Hagenau and Brady Gross. Meaning not a bad period of play for the Century netminder. Here come the Pats up to center ice with it. Puck goes off of traffic. Now the Patriots have it and they'll dump it in. Comes back away now to Richardson, and Richardson's got it here. Leads this one down into the Century end, back behind the Century netminder. Stopping the play on the icing call. That icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Big thanks as well to Val's Cyclery, located downtown Minot. Val's, they've been in business for a long, long time at Val's Cyclery. They bring you the contest tonight as well on the PSP Network. Puck comes back to Holland here in his own end. Now Hagenau. Freed it off to Danielson. He'll dump it down to the corner. Gross gives chase on it. Down in deep on the blocker side of Hammer. 15:25 to tick down here in the second. Physicality has not lacked in this hockey game. I would guess it's only going to pick up as this one continues on here, Matt.
I think so. That's good, though. All it's good and clean. We like a physical game.
Puck sent back down underneath Century goal. Comes back away right at the goal line. Hammer down, tried to pick it up. Now it's going to come back away into the possession here of Hagenau. And Hagenau is going to create some space with it. Got it up to Holland at the point. Forced to send it over to Voller. It escapes the zone. Now it's sent right back in as Minot touches up on the play. Right back at center ice. Comes back away now here to Keller. Keller shuffles it up off the wall. Look at this. Schmeichel by himself. Schmeichel out of the backhand. Oh, that play stopped there. Might have been playing the game for Ian Thompson coming back. Into the catching minute goes and a stop of the play with 14:28 to play here in the second.
Oh, just a couple bad turnovers for Century. You've in your own zone, we talk about it. You've got to be smart with a puck. And you make the first pass is the most important. But you start getting too, I mean, you're getting soft in your own zone. It's going to lead to opportunities for Minot. You can't give Minot those kind of chances. They're going to start can't rely on your goaltender all night to save them all.
Off the drop, puck comes back away now. Here to the Pats. Minot's got it back, however. Schmeichel down to the corner with it. Schmeichel gives chase. Back up now to Lemon. Sends it back underneath the net. Goes over to the far side wall where it's taken by Backus. They scrum forward here, and the puck's going to come away down to United up at the line for Lemon. Taken back away from Frickman. Here's Frickman into the zone. Nice defensive play there from Cole Richardson. Got a stick on that one. And it's going to be freed now into the neutral ice zone where the Pats have real estate again. Backus sends it in. Luke Richardson under the net to play it. Off to Cole. Then it came away down to Lemon. He'll flip this one out into the century end, and down into the corner it comes. Puck's picked up here by the Patriots. They start the rush back the other direction. This is Schulte with it sent and out front off to Frickman. Nice play defensively there, getting a stick on that one down to deep for Minot was Manuel. He hasn't had many shifts in tonight's hockey game, but he's getting some valuable minutes here for Minot United. Comes back up to the line. Backus sends it down into the corner, back to Frickman. With a backhand, work back away to the far point. Up it comes, Backus loose in front of the net, still loose. Shuffled off free. Here's a drive and a riser that missed from Bradley on the clear attempt, or trying to get it out was Bradley. It was sent back in. Now on the near side wall, it comes back up into neutral and dumped right back in. Century buzzing just a bit on this shift. Minot now has possession. They work it free here. Up into neutral, into the offensive zone. It comes down for Christopher. He lost a handle on the play. The puck's going to be flipped up into the neutral ice zone. Astle moves it down. Comes back to Holland. Hard up off the glass. Comes out to center. And it's going to be sent back forward there by Schlafman. Stop of the play with 12:19 to play. Here in the middle period, 12:19 to go, 2-0. Minot United on top of the BNC Bank scoreboard. More action tonight on the PSP Network. More action tomorrow as well. Dickinson at Minot North in girls and boys basketball. Minot High is at Bismarck High in boys and girls hoops. Catch both those games here on the PSP Network. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms as well. PSP Network gets game day icing on the play, and that will take us all the way back down into Minot United territory. Well, last night, prime time on PSP Network. Our special guest, Jordan Willert, was in the PSP studio last night. Great conversation with Coach Willert last night with Dallas Hansen and Bryce Gutnick. Prime time brought to you by Ackerman Esfold, AE Construction Management, Spas Etc., and Magic City Home Leisure. He's a great guy, isn't he?
That was good. He'll give you some good feedback.
Yeah, he's always got a smile on his face as well. Even when I told Bryce Gutnick the first question he should ask him is, why'd you guys lose to Jamestown the night before? Gutnick told that to Willert that he was going to ask that question just jokingly, and Willert still found a big smile after that. The ups and downs. Oh, how about that hit here on the near side wall? Hagenow just got into his man here, Mansmith. That was a big boy play, no doubt about that. Century's right back into the zone with an offsides. And the faceoff will come back up into the neutral ice zone. The ups and downs of a season, Matt, when you talk about those wins and losses, looking at the standings inside of the WDA right now, Minot with 39 points, not many games left to be played for United. Jamestown was the 5 seed in the standings until their win just the other night, but Jamestown at number 4, they're 9-2 in the conference right now, Matt. I mean, they've got some of their destiny to control here as well.
Start to get hot at the right time.
Here's Lemon with the puck. Up off the glass. Trying to get it off to Nolan Knowles. Now Frickman. Boy, as he stood out in this hockey game, Frickman carries it in. Leading point getter, number 10 in the state, scoring right now Frickman's got the body size. No doubt about that. One of the bigger players on the ice surface of this hockey game. He can skate and he's got hands as well. Here's Lemon from the line. Fires in. Hammer. Pad save. How much of a factor is that getting recruited at the next level, that size? Hockey's a unique sport in that way where it doesn't always matter, but it seems that it might be desirable at the next level to have some size.
Yeah, I mean, you got size. That's a lot of it right there. But you know, you got to have skill. You're right. You need skill. You need the hockey sense. It's a totally different. It's a big jump from high school to juniors, but these guys they've got to. Sometimes you got to find. There's a team out there for everybody. You just got to find the right one sometimes.
Keller from the line sent it in. Back after it's going to be worked away there by Miller. And back up to center come the Patriots. Nice play from Keller. Got the puck on his tape and sent it right back in. Hammer out of the net to play it. Left it behind the cage. Wrapped it around. Oh, Christopher almost made it 3-0. Pat's on the near side wall. Back up to the line. Manuel scrumming for the puck here. Now it's going to be pushed back off away by the Patriots into offensive territory. They come. That was Hagerot on the rush. Comes right back out into neutral now where Trenton Connors got it. Taken here and wrapped around the end wall by Bo Miller. Here come the Pats into the zone. With it now is Schlafman. Turns and fires. Richardson goes down and hangs on to it. Tried to go to the top shelf.
I went tried to go short side. I don't think he knew. He knew he had it. He just didn't know where it was or didn't want to fall behind him.
Another look at that one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online at DriveRyan.com. Off the draw, puck comes back away now here to Voller. Tried to move it up the near wall. Voller's got it back. Now Voller sends it off the glass up into neutral. Went off of Tate Hagenau. He's got the game's most recent goal back in the first. Richardson, blocker stop there on the hard wrist shot. Hagenau moves it free on the far wall. Held in at the line by Backus. Backus and Brady Gross having quite a scrum over on the far side. And it's Richardson that hangs on to it here with 9:18 to play in the second. Still 2-0 Minot United on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, BNC.bank. 9:18 left here in the second. Shots are now 11-8. Hasn't been the highest shooting affair tonight by any means.
No, not at all. A lot of defense, just a lot of, clogging up the shooting lanes in the neutral zone, which is all right. It's a good defensive game.
Danielson will send it down to the corner, giving chase here is Backus. Moved it free to the near side. From the line, fired in. Oh, that was a tricky one. The stop was made from Hammer. Over the stick, but not by much. 5-hole was closed on the play. Back the other direction. Here's an attempt. Richardson the stop. Sent back out front. Nobody home. Comes back away now into the hands here of Schulte. Goes over to the far side wall. Brady Gross has it here. Sent it up to center off of Tate Hagenau, and right back the other direction we go as it's carried forward here by Schulte. Frickman underneath the net. Sends it free out front. Now Danielson off the glass. Wisely sends it down. Will it get there for an icing? It will. That icing brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota favorite. Find it at your local grocer. Bones Barbecue Sauce. It's good on everything, I'm telling you. From veggies to burgers, you name it, Bones Barbecue Sauce. On primetime last night, Bryce Gutnick has a segment called his Top 5, BG's Top 5. He broke down his top 5 things to put Bones Barbecue Sauce on. And everybody's mouth was watering by the end of it. He also stopped at Bones Barbecue and picked up some ribs. However, he didn't buy ribs for everybody, just for himself to tease us all in the studio last night.
Yeah, he's kind of torturing you guys.
All for fun. The Bones Barbecue Sauce segment last night was fantastic. Here's Slind into the zone with it. Worked hard towards the net. Comes away now to Schmeichel. Still scrumming for it on the far side wall. Minot's away with it, but it's taken down by Astle. Moved it back into the possession here of Backus, and now Backus cleared it out. Slynn sent it right back in off sides. Called here on United with 7:48 left in the second. Halfway in, halfway home in this hockey game on the PSP Network. Well, there you see Troy Olsen, 21st year as the head man of the Century Patriots.
A long time.
That's a long time. Yep. Yes, it is.
Long time for any coach.
Think about the impacted lives that have come through the Century program. One of the powers in the state of North Dakota, certainly on the west side.
Well, especially the same school. It's a long time. I mean, that's good. You don't see that very often these days.
25 state tournament appearances. No state titles, 7 region championships, however. Last came in 2021. Do they have what it takes to win it here this year? That's the question. We talked about that last night before the primetime show, just the landscape of the WDA right now, man. I really do believe that whoever's goaltender decides to show out at the WDA tournament probably is who is going to win the WDA crown here in 2026. Makes for a pretty interesting dynamic when you get to tournament time, knowing that realistically there's probably 8 teams in the conversation, only 4 spots available for a ticket to that state tournament. Whoever's goaltender shows up is going to carry him off to the Shields Arena in Fargo this year, trying to hang a banner not only for the WDA but inside the state. I don't know, the East region, however, this year, my friend, they might be tough to compete with. Red River and Central seem to be the powers that be once again here in this campaign.
That's like sound like a broken record. It's the same every year.
Davies is good out east. Devil's Lake isn't bad. Cheyenne's in the conversation, but Red River and Central are the teams at the top of the ladder. You just have to get there. Anything can happen. Might have proved that back in 2015. They were the heavy underdog in the state championship game against Central, but they snuck out of there with a 2-1 win for their second state crown of all time. Frickman into the zone, trying to spin it towards the net. Came away to Bradley. Bradley trying to clear. Frickman gets it back. Hard wrister sent it wide. Comes back away now to Christopher. Back off to Bradley on the near wing. Wouldn't say a dull hockey game here tonight, but it hasn't been wide open by any means. We talked about that with the shots being at 12-9 right now here halfway through the contest. Here's a chance though. Into the zone comes Thompson. Hard wrist shot high and wide. Puck comes back down to Lemon. Lemon's got it here in his own territory. Lemon cycled it free, got it off to Hagenau, sent it deep into the territory of the Pats. Astle in after it. Freed off to his partner. Comes away now to Reese Frickman. Patriots will send this one down. This will be an icing on the play, brought to you by our friends at Farstead Oil. Proudly serving North Dakota and the region for a long time. It's Farstead Oil. Bringing you the contest along with our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. On the blocker side of the netminder, Hammer on the draw. One more goal would give Minot United quite a bit of breathing room here. One for Century changes this game in a quick hurry.
Well, definitely. I mean, like you said, it hasn't been the most creative offensive game by either team, but it doesn't really matter. You just do it. You kind of just, if you get some chances and bury them, as long as you're ahead on the board is all that matters. You don't have to be blowing anybody out, but just do the little things right. There hasn't been a lot of shots by either team.
There was a chance for Minot United once again. Comes back up top. Holland fired in. Pad save from Hammer. Off the glass, took a funny bounce off the runner in the glass, and now up to center ice. Pats have it. Hagerot will carry it in. Hit hard on the near wall by Holland. Then Voller sweeps it free to the near side. Got it off to Dahl. 2-on-1. United. Hagenau is going to skate in. Hagenau by himself fires. Oh, sent it just wide.
I think he had some room over there. He just, I think he pulled it. It's just that's tough when you're in tight like that.
Back to Nolan Knowles out front. Now the Pats have possession back behind their own net. Back into the zone. Schmeichel with it here. Now Voller from the line. Slap shot sent in. Puck comes back up to Voller at the line. Sent towards the net. Into the catching mitt of Hammer. He'll hang on to it. And a stop in the action with 4:13 left in the middle period. Minot still up 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Chances exchanged on both sides here in the second.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's been a little sloppy at times. I mean, so far there haven't been a lot of penalties. It's good. The flow's been good. It's just been more of nobody wants to make that key mistake. It's just there's nothing wrong with dumping it out. Just don't take, like I said, you're under pressure. Just get it out of your zone. You don't have to be fancy, and fancy isn't going to win you all these games. Sometimes you can win ugly too, and there's nothing wrong with that.
The points is all that matters at the end of the contest.
Exactly.
Especially this time of the year. Up into the seats it goes. Souvenir will find a fan. Here with 3:51 left in the second. Still 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Minot on top of this one. We'll have full coverage of the WDA hockey tournament on the PSP network. PSP Plus bringing you that action. Passes go on sale on Monday for our tournament slates. Here's Frickman up top with it. Frickman will walk down and fire all hard wrist shot. Just missed high over the net. You don't want to leave him open too many times out front. He'll make you pay for it, no doubt about that.
Yeah, might have got a break there. You can't let him be shooting in the slot like that.
Pats get the puck back. Frickman here on the near wing. Moved off ahead, off of Richardson's blocker. Comes back away down to Christopher, and Christopher has it here. Out to neutral. Into the offensive zone. Carried ahead forward. That's Burkhart with the puck down. Thompson scrumming for it. Thompson having jousting match over there with Frickman. That's Reese Frickman. Taken here by Thompson. Back underneath the goal now. But it's taken by the Patriots right back up to center where Holland has it. Holland will skate in and dump it down under 2:40 to play here in the second. Gross from behind the cage. Hagenow had a shin pad on it momentarily. Flipped up off the glass again, worked away on the far half wall. Goes off of Voller. He's got to come up to center to retrieve. Gets it over here to Holland now, and Holland will dump it in. That one goes in on goal off the blocker of Hammer. Right back up to center now, and Voller has it here again. Here's Voller with the puck. Fancy move now, another. He's going to skate in with it. Dropped it back off the drive. Coming there from Dahl. The puck's going to be cleared, and it comes all the way down to the end line. Icing on Century with 1:59 left here in the second period. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by the UPS Store for all your packing, shipping, and printing needs. It's the UPS Store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. It's the UPS Store proudly bringing you tonight's contest on the PSP Network. Offensive zone faceoff here for Minot United that Century ends up winning. Comes back up to center now, and Keller will dump it right back in. In after it, down underneath the net was Trenton Connor. Taken away by United again. Slid down front, fires. Somehow he's on the spot and scores. Talk about the right place at the right time. Matt Slind was there on the doorstep. United goes up 3-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, that was a big one, especially when you're talking late in the period. They're all big, but when you get them late in the period, those are just, those are tough to swallow for the opposing team. You hate to give up ones like that. You're not out of it by any means, but down 3 makes it that much tougher to come back.
5th of the year for Slind. Minot's up by a score 3-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Slind from Schmeichel. And Minot goes up 3-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 15th shot of the game finds its way past Hammer. Minot's in the driver's seat now here with 18 minutes and 10 seconds left in the contest.
Well, it takes a little bit of the pressure off. You can, for Minot, you can take a few chances and have a mistake, and you're not going to kill you. But by no means, it's not over by any means. But it's just a little bit of a comfort level when you're up 3.
Frickman against Thompson in on the draw. Frickman evacuated from the circle. He had to take the draw down for the Pats with Schulte. Thompson won it back anyhow, and it's going to be fired up to center. They tried for the lead pass. Thompson gets it underneath the net. Got it over to Bradley. There's the 1-minute call in the period. Bradley tried to feed it out front. Bradley's going to get it back here. Frickman got a stick on it. The puck comes all the way back out through neutral, back into Minot's territory. Bradley, he's got a man with him. Thompson streaking, make that Christopher rather backdoor. Oh, Christopher sailed it just wide. Back up top down to Richardson. He'll fire it towards the net. Stop is made. Hammer hangs on to it. Minot almost made it 4-0. Christopher had a chance there.
Good pressure by Minot. I mean, you just, the transition game is important. You got it. You get it in the neutral ice or just inside your blue line. You make a quick pass up the ice. And when they're coming at you, you're the defensive team. You've got to pick up a guy. You can't just fall asleep when you don't have the puck. You got to know where the open guys are.
Puck's up to center ice now, where it's going to be taken by Richardson once again. Back over on the far wing. Jackson Dahl will skate in with it. Count them down, kids. We're at 13 seconds to play in the second. Now 7, now 6, now 5. Puck tied up in the corner. Scrum continues there. Now there's going to be a little extra after this whistle. Buckle up tight. Could see that one brewing like a North Dakota thunderstorm. Conversation still continuing here, and we are through 2. 3-0, Minot United on top. Tempers starting to flare as we head to the third. First, the second intermission report, brought to you by Jerome's Collision, comes up next here on the PSP Network.
We started with small beginnings, and just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Sometimes life gets messy and accidents happen. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Dear valued customer, I'm Jared Lundeen, owner of Trusted Tire and Auto. Around here, winters can be long and roads can be rough. That's why you deserve a reliable partner. We carry premium tires installed by our certified team of experts, and our total car care covers it all, from brakes, transmissions, diagnostics, and more. And trust, we know it's built through real local connections, even small things like a handwritten thank you. Choose us for trusted service that goes the extra mile. Sincerely, Jared.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending, you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Need help fast? At ServPro, we're on the road within the hour, ready to restore what matters most. Our certified technicians arrive prepared, backed with decades of experience and advanced tools to handle any challenge. Inside, our team gets to work, quickly assessing the damage and getting straight to work. So you can breathe easy, knowing trained professionals are here when it matters most. Call ServPro in Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
Carson. How do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
Craving something real? Fuel your day with goodness that tastes as amazing as it feels. At Blissful Bee Juicery, we serve fresh, cold-pressed juice and smoothies, nature's best in every sip. Nourish yourself with our vibrant acai bowls with fresh fruit and granola, power bowls, protein balls, hummus, parfaits, and carrot cake. Blissful Bee Juicery. Pure, simple, blissful. Now in 2 locations on North and South Broadway.
Rental start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Why have so many people made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store? It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Craving something real? Fuel your day with goodness that tastes as amazing as it feels. At Blissful Bee Juicery, we serve fresh, cold-pressed juice and smoothies, nature's best in every sip. Nourish yourself with our vibrant acai bowls with fresh fruit and granola, power bowls, protein balls, hummus, parfaits, and carrot cake. Blissful Bee Juicery. Pure, simple, blissful. Now in 2 locations on North and South Broadway.
2 periods in the books. Just ahead of the third, it's our second intermission, brought to you by Jerome's Collision. Located on top of Minot's North Hill, Jerome's Collision brings you the intermission report. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Matt, 16-13 the shots on goal right now coming into our third period of play. Hasn't been a highlight-packed game by any means. However, a bit of a chess match here tonight. What's your big takeaways so far of this contest?
I think it's hard to pinpoint it. It's back and forth, kind of. I don't think either team can really establish some of the style they want to show and play. But Minot's doing enough to get by. I think. I mean, they've had some chances, but Century's had a few chances too. Minot's probably had the better of the chances, but I think if you're Century, you're going to have to take some chances here. You need one, and you probably need one in the first 5-6 minutes just to get on the board, break the ice, get something going that the guys on the bench know you got a chance. But like I said, we've seen stranger things happen in high school hockey, but 17-minute periods go by fast. The longer you go without any good chances, it just makes it tough. Don't think you're going to wait till the last 2-3 minutes to score 3. It's just the chances are pretty slim. But I think they've got to start throwing pucks on net from anywhere. You've got to hit the net and get guys going for rebounds. They don't have to be. We talk about all the time. They don't have to be pretty. Most of the time in hockey, they're not that pretty. They're not going to be on the sports highlights. It just doesn't really matter what they look like. It's how what matters is that where it ends up, and that's in the back of the net. Mine, I think you're just doing the right things. They're not getting too fancy. They're doing a nice job of staying out of the box because we know Century does not take dumb penalties. Call it what you want. They're just, all the Century teams have always been like that. They rarely get in a penalty fest with you. But if you're Minot, just play it cool. Stick to the basics. Just roll everybody, keep them fresh. Don't stay out there any longer than you have to, and you'll be fine.
Highlights of that period were brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse your massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. Century's out and waiting. Minot United has not come to the ice surface yet. You remember back to the last period, Century waited until the horn sounded. Minot was on the bench and waiting. Those have flip-flopped here for the period, and I don't know if Troy Olsen, the head coach of the Century Patriots, was much appreciative of maybe a warning that was delivered after the first intermission, possibly. I don't know. I'm just speculating, possibly there.
It's possible, yeah. I think like you said, sometimes it's some mind games out there with these guys, and we always think, what's your rush? Let the ice set up and dry. But what do we know? We're up in the box. We don't know what goes on. Sometimes the refs get impatient, waiting for these guys to get rolling. But I think it's one of those things where, okay, Century knows they got to start pressing a little bit. They're going to have to throw some guys out there for extended shifts. You have to. You're going to double shift guys. They're going to say, hey, listen, you've got to try something. Whatever we're doing isn't working. Up the first 2 periods haven't worked yet. Let's try something. We might have to gamble a little bit. They're going to have to tell these guys, hey, you come off the ice. It's going to be a short break, and you're going to be back out there. And any good coach will do it. I don't care what people think. You might not like it or agree with it, because when parents they think their players should be out there more than just as much as some of the other guys. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. You can find any sport. I don't care what coach, girls or boys sports. If you're down in the game, you've got to take chances. You have to. It's what you're trying. You want to win or not? You have to do that.
Reading between the lines of what you just said, I would guess you're saying we might see number 18 in Red's line out here quite a bit here in this third period.
I would say so.
That's Frickman's line. He's got 30 points on the campaign, but he's been held off the score sheet here tonight. Minot's in white, Century's in red. Knowles, Hagenow, and Slind have the goals for Minot United. Nobody scored for Century yet to the hockey game. Up to center we go now for the Patriots as they carry into Minot territory. It's taken here by Oliver Sparks. Down to the corner, came away from Thompson. Shuffled around there by Holland, and then Minot just sends it all the way down to the other end of the ice surface. That icing brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, true North Dakota original and favorite. It's Bones Barbecue Sauce. Find it at your local grocery store. It's good on everything. Tonight's game also brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Tonight's game also brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's MSU. Century with the puck up top. Send it down into the corner. Comes back away down to Voller. Got it off away now up to center ice from Jackson Dahl over to Brady Gross. This line's been good tonight for Minot United. No question about that. Hagenow hard on the forecheck down to the corner. Puck was freed away there from Eggert. Comes back to Hagenow. Sent it out front. Nobody home. Back for Astle now as he'll start the motor up to center. Taken here by Hagerup. Dumped it down underneath the goal of the netminder Richardson. Here comes United on the rush. 2-on-2 drill. Hagenow up to center. Wheeling and dealing his way through traffic. Puck was taken away by Schlafman. Schlafman down to the corner. Voller in after it here for United. Uh-oh, got caught in the water out in front of the Zamboni entrance. Puck's taken away now here by Minot United, and up to center they go for Gross. And it's dumped right back in. Richardson to play it here, swept it away over off to Voller. WDA tournament coming up. Oh, big hit at center ice. Schmeichel's the one that went for a ride there for Minot United. WDA tournament this year's at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck, home to the Bismarck Bobcats in the North American Hockey League, having a good year under the direction of Garrett Roth. I'm not afraid to say it. I love that place. That's where I started my broadcast career with the Bismarck Bobcats right out of high school. And for 4 years, I was the voice of the Cats. A lot of fond memories of that place. However, I think it's just a travesty that the WDA hockey tournament isn't in this venue under this roof every single year.
Well, you're right. I guess they got to rotate it, but boy, this is such. I mean, the VF's a good place. Just it's got a lot of years on it. Where Pepsi's little place is only 10 years old.
Puck comes away on the near side wall. Taken here by Knowles now, and he works it back up to the line where it comes back out into the neutralized territory, and it's going to be sent right back down to the corner. Richardson in after. Comes back away up to center now. Lead pass for Thompson, too far in front of him, down for an icing, and that icing puts a stop to the play with 13:56 to play here in the third period. Get Minot United up by a score of 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, BNC.bank.
You started right out of high school. Do you even know what you were doing?
I was pretty green at that time, for sure.
Say, you look back. That's a long time ago. I mean, good for you. You probably, I suppose, you just said, if there's a way to do it, just jump into the fire and you play it and learn as I go.
That was before YouTube back in the day. Here's a chance. Oh, it hit the goal pipe out in front of the net. Yawning goalmouth. The opportunity was there. It was almost a 3-1 game. The goalpost went clank bat. Yeah, Nick Holberg at 18 is a lot different than Nick Holberg at 40. I'll tell you that much calling a hockey game.
I would think so. Did you have anybody doing color with you?
Brent Borkus was the gentleman on color, and a gentleman by the name of Chris Darling, who was fantastic as well calling those games. We had a lot of good times for the Bobcats back then. It was right after Bismarck won back-to-back America West Hockey League championships under Chad Johnson, former Fighting Sioux. And Dane Litke came in the next year. Byron Poole was there after that. That's when I first met Mike Peluso. He just had gotten back from his time in professional hockey. Came in as an assistant for Bobcats at that time. Shot off the glove of Richardson. Comes out in front of the goal paint. Back the other direction we go now as Bradley has it here. I was a little starstruck when Mikey P came into the office for the first time. You know, Chicago Blackhawk.
Probably intimidating.
Philadelphia Flyer. Back then I didn't have the love for the Demons that I have these days. You know, that was Minot's big rival back then.
Yeah.
What a player. Mike Peluso still in the all-time #1 position for most points in a season with 99 of those. He joins us on the PSP network as a color analyst these days. Can't thank Mikey P and those Bismarck gentlemen enough for their time spent on the call for us.
He'll give you an honest opinion.
Yes, he will. No doubt about that. Puck's up at the point now. Here's a drive. Lemon out front. Swept into the corner. Back across it comes. Richardson has it again. Sent in. Tipped in front by Hagenau. Stick save hammer. Century's had a good game plan here tonight. They've had a physical brand of hockey, no doubt about that. It's been a bit of a chess match in this contest. Shots are 18-15. With 11:30 ticking down in the third. Yeah, our color analyst stable at PSP with Matt Morelli. Here's, you know, the gentleman that sits here to my left. Played at North Dakota. Mike Peluso at Minnesota Duluth, the Blackhawks in the NHL. Mario Lamoureux, the former captain of the Fighting Sioux back in the day. Lane Senevy played at Bemidji State. He was a pro hockey goaltender. Mitch Vig helping out from time to time. North Dakota. That's a lot of old school mentality in the hockey rink. There's no doubt about that, right? I mean,
old veterans in that group.
Yeah. Puck's out of play. Souvenir finds a fan with 10:57 left here in the third. Wall-to-wall coverage on the PSP network of the WDA hockey tournament. We'll have it for you on PSP Plus. Myself with Todd Domries and Brock Widener will deliver the play-by-play. Those color analysts just mentioned for the assignments at that WDA tournament. Should be a great time at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. We'll have all 11 games for you. Starting that Thursday, going through Saturday with the state qualifiers all the way up to the region title. If you had to right now, would you put money on who you think's going to play for a region championship, Matt?
Boy, I don't know. I think it's, I mean, your guess is as good. It can be whoever gets hot and just, you're in that West region, you just have to put, you kind of got to have a little, get some breaks, but you can't, I mean, you can't have any letdowns in that tournament.
Puck comes back away down to United. Here's a drive from Bradley high and wide. Well, a couple weeks ago when Minot and Legacy played here at the Pepsi rink, I said that I would just about wager to bet that United and Legacy would be the teams playing for the region championship. My tone has changed on that a little bit since that time. There's been some shakeups in the conference. Here's a drive just missed on the glove side of Richardson. Held in at the point. Pats with possession. Now it's Minot United that's got it here. Thompson got it up. Oh, lead pass comes away to Bradley. Bradley skates down. Nice defensive play on the back end coming from Alex Schlafman. Comes away to Keller. From the half wall. Fired it just wide of the cage. Funny carom off the end boards. Bounced out in front of the Century net. Now the Pats have possession. Miller moved it free. Comes back away right in front of the Minot bench. Across the neutral ice zone off to Thompson. Still scrumming for it. Now into the zone comes Nick Christopher. I said it earlier on tonight in the pregame show that, uh-oh, this pass comes out front. Richardson fires right to the goal line. It went, and it's kept out by Hammer.
Wow, got a break on that one. Just didn't have quite enough to roll across the goal line.
Richardson almost made it 4-0, but the goalie glove guy save of the game belongs to the stick of Hammer as he reached back and upended that play. Then a big collision there as into the net we go on the other end of the ice surface. Back and forth highlights in this one. My goodness. That was a hard hit right there.
Good physical hit, yeah, good play.
WDA hockey at its finest here tonight, no question about that. Yeah, I said it earlier on tonight that I think there's going to be 8 young men coming into that tournament that are going to have the chance to take their team to the state tournament, and those 8 young men wear the special pads, the pillows. Whoever's got a hot goaltender at the right time of the year. Jamestown's got one of those. We saw that the other night. Dickinson's got one of those. We know that. Mandan's got a pair of them. Minot's got a couple of them. Century, Legacy, Bismarck High. Well, by the way, the Demons have an All-West Region player in the blue paint in Dieter. Here comes United on the rush. 2-on-3 back the other direction, waiting for trailers. Comes back up now to Richardson. Moral of the story is there's goalies in the conference that can steal some games. You just need to steal 2 of them, and that gets you into the state tournament.
Right, doesn't matter how you do it, you just got to win 2. It's even better when you win that first one, but you want to be playing, you've got to have some couple good games. You can't have if you're going to have a average or not a very good game, you better hope the other team has an off night as well.
Off the drop, Pats have the puck. Stick save there from Richardson. Now Voller tried to move it up to Dahl. He did. Here comes Hagenau into the zone. Tate Hagenau's got it here. Across the middle, shot came in off the stick of Hammer. Up at the line, held by Holland, got it to Voller. Voller sends it in, pad save, Hammer. Voller on the back end from Minot High might be in the conversation for the most improved on the year, Matt. I like the big D-man back there. Seems to be getting better week in and week out for Minot United.
Not afraid to mix it up and play physical, that's good.
Puck comes back away now here to the Patriots. Offensive territory, they come with it with Sparks. Voller in after it, and Voller's got it here. Hits the brakes and now shifts it back around, trying to go back to his partner Holland. Got it to Hagenau. Trying to go to Slind up at center ice. Slind rides his man off the puck, comes back to Voller. Saucered it back away to Holland, and now Holland launches out to center where he connects with Slind, who starts the motor into the zone. Burkhart back at center. Moves it forward. 7:15 to play in regulation. Minot trying to pick up their 13th win in the conference on the season. Trying to lock down some more points inside the WDA at the top of the standings. Into the catching mitt it goes, and a stop of the action with 7:01 left here in the third. 3-0. Minot United leads on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Join us tonight for the Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have our move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. We'll also have our MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. I've got the app. It's quick, it's convenient. Sign in online at Sport Clips. Who is that going to be here tonight? Knowles has a goal. Hagenau has his 7th of the year. Slynn scored a goal. Scoring recap of the hockey game. Nobody for the Pats has scored just yet with 6:30 left in the game. On the near side wall. Sent back up, far point. Here's a drive high. Riser miss there from Bo Miller. Oh, then there's some extra pushing and shoving. Richardson was down on the ice surface. Getting into him was Wyatt Mansmith. The Mansmith's going to the box. Minot United's going to go back to the Serpro power play. 2-minute roughing call. Richardson got the worst of that without question. Serpro power play comes back onto the ice surface here for Minot United. First power play of the game for United here in the hockey game. There's only been one power play awarded. That was for Century.
We said it. They don't take a lot of penalties. They're smart. They're physical, but they just don't take a lot of unnecessary ones.
46 total power plays they've surrendered or given up. They've been on the kill 46 times on the year. That's not many throughout the campaign. Up to Thompson, fired it towards the net. Went wide, comes back away now to Bradley. Here comes Frickman, shorthanded in on Thompson. Frickman onto the backhand. Frickman, oh, big pad save there from Richardson. Then the puck's turned over. Richardson came out of the net to sweep it away. That was big brother Cole, goes back behind the net. Says, come and get me. And now Richardson will start the motor on the Serpro power play with 1:28 with the extra attacker. Here's Bradley. Tried to fire it out front. Nick Christopher's got it here. Christopher back up to the point. Now Thompson handles at the line. Thompson waiting. Clears it in. Oh, it went just wide. Comes back away to Christopher. Sent out front. Pad save. Comes to Bradley on a tee. Couldn't get it to go on end. It comes back away now to Bradley. Puck was on end, I should say. Comes back away to Thompson. Oh, what a save that was. Hammer, hello. There's your goalie glove guy save of the game. Hammer came across with the pillows on the ice. I don't think so, he says, and he keeps it 3-0. That's your save of the game right there, no doubt about that. Serpro power play for the next 36 seconds as Holland carries in. Got it out to Gross out front, but the stick was in the way there from Ty Backus. Holland again. Surveying, tipped out front, another stop there from Hammer. Holland up top, 18 seconds of Serpro power play time. Wheels and fires. Comes back away now to Knowles, center slot. Puck's held in the zone by United. Now it's going to be taken. No, not out of the zone. Now it is. Bounces out. Knowles has room. He carries right back in. Here's Knowles with it. Tried to get fancy, and the puck was intercepted. Pats are at full strength. Comes back now here to Holland. Fires it in. Blocker stop was there. Comes up to the line for Lemon. 4 minutes on the dot to play here in the third. Century trailing Minot United 3-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Keller with a backhand. Sends it down into the corner. Picked up by the Patriots. They start the motor back up to center. Astle sends it in. Richardson's out of the net to play it. Went there to Keller. Back underneath the net now. It's taken by the Pats. Out with it was Schlafman. Moved it off into the hands of Keaton Schulte. 20 points on the year for him. Here Schulte walked out. Richardson goes down. He'll hang on to it. Another look at the same on the other end of the ice surface. Here from the netminder, Hammer. This is your same of the game coming up in just a moment here. This is on the Serpro power play. A little flashier in real time, however.
Yeah, pretty good save.
Getting over with the pad on the ice, certainly an excellent stop there from Hammer on that play. 3:23 left here in the third period. Minot trying to hang on here. Time for Century to start buzzing if they want a shot at taking down Minot United here tonight on their home ice surface. Seen Troy Olsen coach for a long time, 21 years to be exact. Get ready to see that net go vacant. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens any moment now.
What do you got to lose?
Puck comes back away up into the neutral ice zone. Bradley poked it free, comes away here off to Frickman, and Frickman's got the motor on. Into the zone comes Minot United with the puck. Nick Christopher back underneath the net. Sent all the way back into Minot United territory. Lemon has it here. Lemon goes to Holland. And Holland bumps it up off the wall where he got it to Thompson. Out in front, all alone. Here's a drive, fired on. Jackson Dahl shoots and scores.
A good heads-up play by Thompson there. Just to be patient, find the open guy. Minot's burying their chances. That's kind of the bottom line. They're not making no doubt about it.
Another look at that one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Thompson finds Dahl. Made no doubt about it. Put it to the back of the net. Jackson Dahl picking up his third goal of the year. Thompson on the assist. Minot's on the way to putting this one on ice here tonight at the Pepsi rink.
Here's your 9 scoring summary. Scoring that last goal, number 20, Jackson Dahl. Assisting the goal, number 10, Oliver Thompson, and number 23, Houston Bradley.
Bradley's in on the assist as well. Thompson had the assist on the play. Thompson's first point of the night. Leading point getter for Minot United, 33rd point of the year. That's not a bad campaign either, Matt. .125 left in regulation. Minot United's going to pick up their 16th win of the year. Proving to 16-4 overall. They're going to move to 13-2 inside the conference. Century's going to drop to 10-6-2 overall. 8-5-1 inside of conference play. And a good bounce back game here tonight for Minot United after suffering a loss on the road at Jamestown just 2 nights ago. Kind of like in golf when you have a terrible tee shot. It's all about the next one.
That's right. Don't worry about the other shots. Worry about your next one.
Should hear how many times that goes through my head during the summer. Under a minute to play in regulation. United up 4-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. What a night here tonight. Prairie Grit night. Celebrating Prairie Grit and the adaptive sports athletes here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. What a program that is. Job well done to everybody involved here with Prairie Grit tonight. I wouldn't say this was an electric hockey game by any means here this evening, but if you like defensive seesaw struggles, this one was for you. And we're down to the final 15 seconds. Cut them down, kids. But hold on, there's an icing on the play with 11.2 left here in the third. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads bring you the post-game show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner, planning for farm or business succession. Planning team can help you every step of the way. And Schatz Crossroads, home to the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. All right, kids, 7 seconds, now 6, now 5, now 4. Up off the wall. Oh, you better hang on tight, or we're going to have some rough stuff to end it here tonight. We are not. It doesn't seem that way. But the celebration is on in the Magic City for the home team. 4-0. Minot takes down Century and takes the regular season sweep, picking up the 76th win all-time against Century here in the 126th matchup. 4-0 the final. We'll tell you how they did it when we come back to the postgame show, brought to you by Planning Team and Schatz Crossroads.
We started with small beginnings, and just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. PNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Sometimes life gets messy and accidents happen. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors. Your plan, your future, your team.
PSP Plus is your postseason headquarters. Home to the WDA hockey tournament. Will we see a rematch of this one at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck? By the way, don't have your feathers rustled too much about me saying that I'd prefer to see that tournament here at the Pepsi rink instead of the VFW. It's just a preference. I just think this place has it going on tonight. It did a little bit as well in here, especially for Minot United on their home ice. They won 4-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Welcome in to the Shots, Crossroads, and Planning Team Financial postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. And Shots, Crossroads, home to the famous number 99 or the banana cream pie. I'm telling you, you should try it at Shots, Crossroads. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. And to wrap this one up, 4-0 Minot over Century, the season sweep for United. Matt, as we watch these highlights back here of this hockey game tonight, what was it that stood off the paper for you in Minot's victory? What allowed them to put the hammer down and take a 4-0 win tonight?
I think they just kept things simple tonight. They're coming off a tough one the other night in Jamestown. They knew they had to be better, more have a better team game, working harder. I mean, somebody, like we say about losing sometimes there's nothing great that comes about it, but sometimes it's a little bit of a wake-up call, and guys got to say, okay, you can't just show up and flip the switch and think you're going to be ready to play. But I think Minot they didn't do anything fancy tonight. It was simple, breaking things out of your zone. We didn't have a ton of shots. I mean, it's all right, but I mean, we've had two periods where we've had 24 shots. It took the whole game to get 24. So I think that just certain games, you hang in there, you grind it out. You get, like we talk about, getting contributions from other guys. You can't always rely on your top two lines. Maybe you need. It's a team game. You got to get everybody involved. You get those guys in early and get them rolling with minutes. I mean, the guys want to play. Nobody wants to sit that long. Even your top guys don't want to sit that long. But you need to have an even amount of guys chipping in. It's got to be everybody. You can't just think some guys are going to be on the that can carry you every night. It just doesn't work like that in sports. You need everybody all the way down, up and down the lineup, because when you get into these tight games, if you don't use everybody by the third period, they're gassed. They're worn out. So I think Minot did enough took advantage of some chances. There were some chances Minot had, some 2-on-1s. They popped them. You can't blame Hammer, the Century goalie tonight. He made some good saves. Could have been worse, but Minot seemed to take advantage of it. They jumped all over it. I think they were a little bit more physical, and I think when they had their opportunity to turn it up the ice, they sprung some guys loose for some 2-on-1s, had a couple other maybe 3-on-2s, and I think that was the difference.
Highlights and the game reset brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Drive Ryan.com. Nolan Knowles, 6th of the year from Holland to lead things off. Hagenau, 7th goal of the season from Gross and Voller. That made it 2-0 at the end of one. Then in the second, it was Schmeichel that set up Slind for his 5th of the year. 3-0 at the end of 2. And then Jackson Dahl from Thompson and Bradley, Dahl's third of the year, put the icing on the cake to make it 4-0. Final shots on goal, 24-20, favoring Minot United. Hammer had a nice night in goal tonight here for Century. Watch those highlights back, and not a lot you could do, like Matt said, on a handful of those opportunities here for Minot United. Luke Richardson with the shutout here tonight, second shutout of the season for the young man in the goal paint for Minot United. We talk about our MVP of the game. Not often do you see a young man end up with a shutout in the blue paint and not be awarded that here tonight. However, I thought Tate Hagenau's game was really impressive here. He seemed to outwork the opposition quite a bit here tonight and awarded with a goal in the hockey game, and also my nomination for our MVP tonight. Any argument with that?
No, I think he worked hard out there, and he was hustling. He was playing center tonight. They moved him down to the second line. He was centering that second group of forwards. I think sometimes when you make a change, it does a lot for a guy's confidence. You can't look at it as a negative thing or a demotion, saying you got moved to a different line. It doesn't matter if you're not on the top line. A lot of teams don't really have a top line. They have a couple lines. Sometimes their first and second are the same. Sometimes the second and third, you can be any of those three. But you put a guy in a situation and say, listen, we're going to try it with a couple different guys. And if the coaches shake things up because they want to try new things. You've got to find those combinations that are going to be successful and be good for the team. It's a what can make us a better team overall, because when you get into these games down the stretch, you need all four lines. You need all of them rolling, but your top three lines are going to see a bulk of the minutes.
Tate Hagenau saw some minutes tonight. He's our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. By the way, what does it do for the standings? Well, Minot United picks up 3 more points. 16-4 now for a record overall. They improved to 13-3 in the conference. Century in that 5 spot. They dropped to 8-5-1 in the conference. 10-6-0-1 inside of the calendar for this year, inside of the overall play. Final order of business tonight. Our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. It's time for a spa in your backyard. Telling you won't be disappointed wherever you put that thing. You can put it wherever you want and you'll be happy that you did. Saunas, spas, pool tables, they've got it all. Magic City Home Leisure. Stop in on South Broadway in Minot and check out Magic City Home Leisure and their giant inventory. Move of the game here tonight. This one's probably going to make Dalley's Dimes our plays of the week on PSP Prime Time. Nice dish out front. Gross set it up to Hagenau. He finished on the play. Talked about it, Matt. That was just a hard-working play by Minot United, winning the race to the puck and then converting and finishing here. Tate Hagenau, the double dip tonight. He's got our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Matt, your closing thoughts tonight from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena.
I think that's a good bounce-back game for Minot. You knew you had to be better. You can't come home and have another bad performance. Going on the road's always tough, but you're at home. Get the points. Get in good habits, because you're starting to wind it down. You're getting down there there's not a lot of games left. Your Century wasn't there. It was all right. It wasn't. That's it's tough to come on the road. They'll be all right. They got games coming up. Troy Olsen will always find a way to get those guys going. You just have to keep rolling and get back to work at practice tomorrow. You always think, hey, I got to get rolling and find ways to be better. What you got to improve on. The coaches break the film down and say we've got to be better at. There's just, if you can't find improvement in something, something's wrong, because everybody needs to improve. There's something. You get on the ice. You step on this minute. You step on the ice the next day. It's like, where do we need to get better at? We got to add some extra time. Special teams. I mean, it wasn't a lot of penalties today, which was great. A good, clean game. Century never really takes a lot of penalties. Minot, it's good. They got a good power play. I don't think you want to get in a showdown with getting in habit of having bad penalties against Minot, because they're probably going to hurt you on it.
Yeah, track meet is not what you're looking for in this showdown. Well, appreciate your work here tonight as always. Thanks,
yes,
partner.
Sir.
A lot of fun as always. Big thanks to Chad Olson on our camera tonight. Job well done, Chad. Thank you, partner. Big thanks to all those sponsors. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. And the biggest thank you of all goes out to all the military men and women for their continued service to our great country, all the veterans as well. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Final tonight, Minot takes down Century 4-0. Quite a contest here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. More action tomorrow. Minot North hosting Dickinson in boys and girls basketball. Minot High is at Bismarck High in a boys and girls doubleheader. That will do it from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa. My broadcast partner, Matt Morelli. I'm Nick Colbert signing off. Hope you have a great night, and God bless.